Hi people, welcome back to your channel Dreamford Journey with Arpita, and this is your host. And today we are going to talk about something that you guys have been asking me left, right and center in my comment section, the bonus queue. Okay, now before we begin talking about bonus queue, I want to first, express my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you, to all the community members who have been here supporting me, supporting the channel, and expressing your failures, your setbacks, and of course, kudos to people who are openly coming up and discussing about their chargeback as well. I am truly, truly grateful to each one of you because the whole idea of actually having this channel and me coming up and talking about my success, my failures, my high month invoices, my slow month invoices, my chargeback was to create a space where all the agents like us can openly come and discuss everything about it, where we do not fall under the judgment that, oh, if I tell about these things people will judge me. No. And I think that's one of the reasons why this community is growing the way it's growing. People are writing such huge comments, and you guys are making me learn so many things. In the past 3 years, maybe I would have learned much more in these past 4 months by all of you guys. So it's not that I am trying to tell you something, but you guys are also teaching me a lot of things. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this valuable journey. And also I wanted to clarify that, on this channel, you will not find anything which is like a shortcut, because I don't want to tell anything in shortcut. I want you all to understand the nitty-gritty, the depth of everything, what made the what led to make that mistake, how that mistake happened and everything. So yes, it will be a long journey for everything that I speak. If I do not have anything value to add to what I'm speaking, I will not speak on that topic. So yes, I appreciate your patience, but trust me, by the end of the entire thing, you will know why those episodes were long. So thank you so much for being a part of this valuable insight, and we will of course have much bigger and deeper understanding of what Dreamport can actually give us. Now, before beginning about the bonus queue, I want to tell you guys that think about the advert that led each one of us to join Dreamport. I think the advert was something like work from the comfort of your home, earn in USD. Now tell me one thing, when you have an advert which is talking about, earning in USD and working from the comfort of your home, don't you think that there will be a lot of things underlying which can support that advert? Because like many of you, I have also joined with the skepticism that maybe this will not work, maybe this will not happen. But my intention was always that there is no harm in giving it a try, because anyway I'm not paying for anything. The training is free, everything is free, and whatever I would learn, irrespective whether I stay in Dreamport or I don't stay at Dreamport, these things will help me in the long run. You see, that was my mindset, and which is why when people tell me that, Arpita, how did you survive for so long, or how are you not so much cribbing about bonus or anything, that's because my goal was always clear. Now the thing is, when I think when I had joined, I had done my training, I had done my nesting and everything, people are not yet understanding what is bonus queue. So I think I will begin by explaining first what is bonus queue. All of us who has been in that period, or still people who are basically in bonus queue, they always feel that bonus queue is an unwanted space. It's an unwanted space where basically you are just calling the customers who are not answering your call, you are just leaving voicemails, you're just talking to the system, you're just sending follow-up emails or maybe price posts. People are not even looking at it, because our mindset is that before me there were 15 other agents, there were 20 other agents who worked, there were so many other calls which were made to the customer, there were so many emails, there were so many follow-ups and everything we have done. So if the customer was not interested, then why will he interested now? Why will he be interested now? That's the one question that we have. In fact, I clearly remember I had a word with one of my advisors, Lupin, and because I was in nesting, and I just casually told him, I think it was the first day of the nesting, and we had done about, I think, around 60 to 70 calls. And I asked him, I said, Lupin, what is the point of doing all of this? Because I actually see that this is like a telemarketing, because in telemarketing also people are just calling up all the customers, they are listening to the shouting, people are not responding to your calls, so they're just talking to the system and then they're leaving. And I think that conversation stayed with me. He told me, Arpita, telemarketing is basically calling a cold database, not a database where customers have unfinished journeys. In telemarketing, people are calling like they are no way connected to each other. An XYZ person is calling to an XYZ, and then both of them do not have any connection whatsoever, because you're calling on a cold database, you're trying to sell something which the customer never expressed interest for. In bonus queue, you're not doing the same thing. He explained it to me. Bonus queue is the unfinished journey of the customers. The bonus queue that you call today, the customer that you call in bonus queue today, was once a live call for some other consultant. And then he explained it to me. Imagine tomorrow you go on a live call. You take that first call of the customer. You explain, you have the conversation with the customer. Customer agrees for whatever it is, and then you agree a time for a follow-up, for a callback. Now this customer doesn't answer your call. You keep following up every day, and again and again, again and again. But what happens is, after a point in time, maybe life moved on for the customer. Customer could be not answering because of XYZ reasons. Maybe their leaves were not sanctioned. Maybe somebody fell ill. Maybe their budget had constraint. Maybe they changed their plan. Maybe the wife did not yet decide. Maybe the husband did not yet decide. There could be so many reasons. And because the customer do not have an answer, the easiest option they do is not to pick up the call. Now tell me one thing, that bonus queue, that live call customer, eventually after 4 to 5 days became a bonus queue for you then and there. And then what happened was, for you also the life moved on. Because you're on live call, you take other calls. Every day you are supposed to take 5 leads. The life moved on. You kept following up. The customer stopped answering. And not purposely that you wanted the lead to go to bonus queue, but then life happens. After a point in time when the customer has blacklisted you, what do? Certain agents, they let the lead go to bonus queue. Maybe some other agent can finish the business. And that's how the lead enter bonus queue. That's one of the first examples. The second example is, sometimes what happens is, when right now, because I am an experienced agent, sometimes when we actually go to our when we actually finish our shift, after, and we have 2 days week off, for some reason, we are so occupied with the day that we forget to increase the timer of the lead. Every lead comes with a timer, and we forget to increase the timer of the lead. And once we forget to increase the timer of the lead, quietly that lead goes to the bonus queue. Not that I intended to go to the bonus queue, but it happened. The life happened and it went to bonus queue. Second example. Third example, many times when you are taking so many live calls, and after a point in time, you're not able to make a sale. And you are left with no other option, but you have to go to bonus queue. So the thing is, bonus queue is not something that Dreamport is punishing you. Bonus queue is not something that you're purposely asked to do. Bonus queue is the stepping stone of your success. Bonus queue is the stepping stone of your first invoice, be it a slow invoice, be it a higher invoice. Bonus queue is the first stepping stone of your return customer. Bonus queue is the first stepping stone of your referral. Bonus queue, in fact, is the everything. When people start working on bonus queue, they feel bonus queue is work. Technically, if you ask me, I would say bonus queue is not the work. Bonus queue is changing the person who is working. That's a different mindset that we are dealing with right now. Because I have had so many people, so many of you commenting that, Alpira, this is just, waste of time. They are just doing it because it's a free labor and all of things. Now, let me tell you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. Tomorrow, if Dreamport announces that you will all get a fixed salary by the end of the month, but you will still have to work on bonus queue. Now, honestly tell me, how many of y'all will then crib about bonus queue? Let me tell you, nobody. Because now that uncertainty is removed. See, all this while we are cribbing about bonus queue is because we know it's uncertainty. We know that end of the month, after working for 15 days, 20 days, maybe 25 days, we are not going to get paid anything. And that is the reason we are cribbing. That is the reason we are, calling names to bonus queue. But tomorrow, the same bonus queue, if it comes with a fixed salary, no one will have any complaint, because then we will enjoy the work. We will enjoy leaving voicemails. We will enjoy, just sending the PQs. We will enjoy just sending the follow-up emails to the customer. We will enjoy calling. Right now, the same work which you are not loving, you will start loving it, because your brain removes uncertainty. And if you go back to our series, the series that we are doing, in one of the episodes, I've already mentioned that, uncertainty is something that your brain plays with, and that's exactly what happens with bonus queue also. Because once with bonus queue the uncertainty is there, you start hating that job. But let's just discuss one thing. How many of y'all would actually fly in an aircraft where you get to know that the pilot has just completed his theory training and he has not gone into the into the simulator training? He has just done his theory and he is now taking you all to another destination. Will you all be comfortable flying in that aircraft? What if tomorrow somebody says that the surgeon who's going to, operate a surgery on you, he has just done his medical books, he has not yet gone to his internship? Will you all be okay by getting operated with such a doctor? Answer is no, because every job comes with a protected environment. It comes with a set where you are allowed to make mistakes, you are allowed to learn, you are allowed to learn from somebody else. There is somebody who's always constantly mentoring you, advising you, monitoring you. And that space for us is bonus queue. Bonus queue is a space where you learn a lot of things. Not just, you learn about the customers, you learn about airlines, you learn about different aircrafts, you learn about the layovers, you learn about every button in CMS. Tomorrow, let's say if Dreamport removes bonus queue completely and tells every one of you that, okay, from tomorrow you all go on live calls. What will happen initially? Each one of us will celebrate that, wow, we are finally on, live calls. We are finally getting to speak to the customer. But tell me one thing. After having done the entire Mindtickle training, the entire pre-live training, live training, the nesting, now tell me one thing. If I call you right now and I say that, hi, I am looking for so-and-so flight, and you are actually shocked because now the system looks completely different. Now you don't know which button is there on CMS. What should I click next? What should I do next? How do I? Because on live call in 1 minute, you are doing multiple things at one point in time. You are taking the customer's request. You are feeding the flight details. You are feeding the economy class, business class, whatever the customer wants. You're feeding the dates. You are feeding the number of passengers traveling. Then you are feeding their preferences, the flight details, like if they have any preferences, the layover, the budget, everything. And at the same time, you're talking to the customer. Now tell me one thing. Do you really think without going in bonus queue, stay on your live call, will you be able to do it in like 1.5 minutes, all these things together? No, right? Because you don't even know the system. And what do you all think? The customer who has come on live call will give you that much time that, okay, because the customer does not know it's your first day. Customer doesn't know that you have just completed your training and you are on the live call first day. Customer needs clarity. Imagine the customer is coming to you because he needs clarity, he needs reassurance, he needs somebody to take care of their family planning. Because in live calls, the customer is basically trusting you with their family vacations, with their money, with their budget, with everything. Now, if tomorrow you have to go somewhere, you call a travel company, and if the other person on the client, he says, give me some time, I'm just learning, I'll get back to you. Will you really go back to that person? Because I have had customers telling me on my face that if you don't even know my airport name, how will you handle my travel? Thank you so much. And then they hung up, because in live calls, people usually call, in their short lunch break, short dinner break, or maybe short, tea break or something. Like, they don't really have time. Like, in 5 minutes, they want to know every detail. How will you manage all of this? The reason bonus queue exists is because it gives us a safety net. It gives us a protection that, we are allowed to make as many mistakes as we can. We are allowed to do whatever, we can learn from it. In fact, if you all remember my chargebacks video, I had clearly mentioned that if only I was in bonus queue, this chargeback would have never had taken place. Why? Because in bonus queue, your advisor is listening to every second of your call with you. And when somebody is listening to your call, every second of it, they can always guide you that this is where you're making error. This is not that in live call, your advisor will not support you, but in live call, imagine, like I said, you are already on pressure. You will not even have time to go back to your to your advisor and ask that, okay, oh shit, this is what I want. You don't have that much time. And in live call, your advisor is also dealing maybe, with 5-6 agents simultaneously. Now, do you really think that they would have that much time to go through your call and then discuss with you? No, right? So that is the reason, I wanted to let you all know that this is the reason why bonus queue exists. So if you can understand the importance of bonus queue, that's where you will know. So, the biggest misconception that people have about bonus queue, in fact, I still remember, if you remember my chargeback video also, I had mentioned about the Dreamport newsletter where I was a topmost performer for consecutive 16 months. Now you must be thinking, Arpita, what happened after that? Why you're not there, in the Dreamport newsletter? It's not that I'm not there. I'm still there, somewhere or the other, but not consecutively, because, like I said, life has different sets of, a different way of growing, right? Now, I no longer depend on bonus queue because I have already had that business of mine where each bonus queue is now replaced by maybe the return customer, maybe by the referral customer, or maybe by the new leader, whatever XYZ. So I'm no longer there actively in the system working for it, because now I work on my terms, and that is the freedom that this platform, in fact, I would say bonus queue has given me. I can, I do have days where I work for the entire 8 hours, but I also have days where I only work for 3 hours or 4 hours as well. So if I'm not working consistently, how can I be there in the Dreamport newsletter? So, when I think it was the second day or the third day of my nesting, and the Dreamport newsletter had come to our email. And, I saw a couple of names that highest performing, this is everything. And then I was like, wow, it's a very good way of recognition, because the whole company knows whether you are in Skylux, whether you're in Vagamo, whether you are in Ojo, whether you're in ASAP tickets, whatever it is. Bonus queue is one thing where there is no escape. Even if you go in Vagamo, you will still do bonus queue. Even if you go to Ojo, you will still do bonus queue. Even if you go to, Skylux, you will still do bonus queue. Even if you do ASAP tickets, you will still do bonus queue. And even if you're in Travelport, you will still do bonus queue. Now, these are all separate wings of Dreamport itself. So what happens is, bonus queue, there is no escape with bonus queue. And I remember seeing that newsletter, and then I saw a couple of names of the people who were, performing there. Out of curiosity, another question when people ask me, I have had so many people coming in my G chat, and in fact, one of the two members, I think in community also, in comment section, they asked that, Arpita, how have you had so many customers, so many experiences and everything? How many customers have you dealt with? The thing is, I did not deal with a lot, but whatever I actually dealt with, I made it a point of learning from them. Like I said, right now I'm even learning from you guys as well. So learning is never going to be, an ending process. It's an endless approach. It's an endless process. Learning always continues. So when I saw the newsletter, I immediately messaged the top performers, and I wanted to, ask them that, hi, if you can let me know, what is it that you are doing and how are you, Now you see, that was my curiosity. No one asked me to do that. My mentor, my advisor, nobody has asked me. Had asked me. I was doing it on my own. When I still remember their message, the reply was, just survive bonus queue. And I was like, as in, they said, you just need to survive bonus queue, do proper lead handling standards, call whatever leads are given to you, call, leave proper voicemail, do proper, proport search, send the proports and everything, write a follow-up or a feedback, whatever, etc. And then wait for the day you graduate to live calls. Your goal should be to graduate to live calls, okay? And try to make, at least 1 or 2 sales in nesting. This was my, response with them. Like, they gave me just 2-3 minutes and that's what their response, and then our conversation ended. What stuck with me was, they said, just survive bonus queue. The next day when I started logging in bonus queue, for me, it became a survival. That, okay, I just need to get through this system and I need to go to the live call. And, I remember, now I was no longer excited logging into bonus queue because survival had come into my mind. Now, that was actually a very tricky word because you're not going to a war that you need to survive. And today, if somebody asks me, my first response to every new independent travel manager is, learn the bonus queue. And I think that made a huge difference. And the minute I had that conversation, my goal immediately shifted to be one of them in the Dreamport newsletter. In my mind, I agreed that if I do not come in that newsletter the next month, there is no purpose of me continuing at Dreamport. See, that was my goal. That was my curiosity. And my curiosity lended me to such customers, to deal more with such customers, to dwell more into their, questions, to their answers, to their hesitations. And that's how I started learning. That's how I started growing. And, in fact, if you all can just go back, there is a video of mine where I have talked about why some Dreamport trainees grow faster and why some takes time. In that also, I have clearly mentioned, the outlook that we work on. I had a very different outlook. So if your goal is different, automatically the results that you would see is different. So it's not that, in fact, you would see that in your same team, there are other people. If you all feel that, bonus queue is so bad, tell me one thing. How come other team members of your team are actually performing? You do get people, who are celebrating their success or celebrating their bonus queue sale, they're celebrating their bonus queue GP. How is it that in Dreamport newsletter, you see so many people? Not that, Dreamport is just telling you something which is fake. No, there are real people who are working on it. So it's not just that they survived the system, they learned the system, and that's where the difference lies. So today if somebody asks me, Arpita, what you do? I always say, I learned bonus queue by the back of my hand. Because if you learn the bonus queue by the back of your hand, remember, the same platform, the same thing that you crave for, bonus queue is the only one which is going to give you your first invoice. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you ignore it, you cannot get your first invoice from the live call. It is the bonus queue which is going to give you your first invoice. And what do we do? Immediately, as soon as we make our first sale, what we do, we go back and we calculate what is the commission that we are going to get, right? And that is what, again, we are making a huge mistake. Why do you want to think about the commission right there in the first invoice? In fact, I believe, there was one community member on our channel. He just asked me that if I invest, I think roughly about 5 to 6 hours a day, and keeping, how much time would it take for me to reach that $1,000 invoice? If your first question is this, tell me one thing, how will you grow? How will you grow? The learning has to come from the system, not against the system. What are we doing right now? We are going against the system. We are going against bonus queue. The same system which is going to pay you, we are going to go against them. Now, what happens is, like I said, when this happened, that actually stuck with me. And I was like, I don't need to survive. I rather need to learn it. And like I said, 3 years later, when today now somebody asks me, I always tell them that you need to learn the system. Now, the thing is, when you understand the bonus queue, actually then your every unwanted call, every unanswered voicemail, every unanswered email, every unanswered report, every unanswered follow-up, they always feel like, meaningless. But trust me, when you don't understand, that's where they feel meaningless. But when you actually understand bonus queue, trust me, they are anything but meaningless. Because let me tell you one thing, not because the Dreamport doubts us, but because customers deserves consistency. And even when we are still learning, the customer doesn't know, and that is the reason Dreamport puts us through bonus queue as the first stepping back. And looking back, I no longer remember bonus queue as the place where I struggled. Rather, I remember it is the place where invisible things started changing inside me. Like patience, it teaches you hell lot of patience. Trust me, when you go on live call, you will miss this period. Patience. Observation, because I'll tell you how my observation actually led, not only mine, I also have my friends who have had the same thing. Curiosity, communication, consistency, and none of these things appeared overnight. They were quietly built through hundreds of conversations. That often looks like, they were getting nowhere. So, the funny thing about growth is you rarely notice it while it is happening. Rather, you only notice it once in a day, or maybe one day when someone, when something that once terrified you, it suddenly feels normal. And I think that's what bonus queue did for me. So, when I started making these calls and everything, I believe that voicemails will not matter, because remember, I had the answer at survive. So I believed voicemails will not matter. I believed follow-up will not matter. I believed customers will never call me back. I believed, even my emails will go in just spam. Then, I think for days I used to believe this. But then, one day, one customer, he returned my voicemail. He called me from my voicemail. And I think that changed everything for me. That shattered every misconception that I had for BonusQ. So what did that conversation lead to? How the outlook changed for BonusQ is this what we are going to discuss in the next video of, how BonusQ shatters your imagination, how it teaches you even when there is no sale, and so on. So I think the statement that he started the call with, he said, "Hi, is this Arpita?" And I said yes. And then he said, "I don't return anyone's voicemail. I am returning yours. So you must have to be special." And I literally froze in that minute, because out of the blue, a customer is calling me from my voicemail, and then he's telling me that you have to be somebody special, that I am returning your voicemail. And I think that is where the entire narrative changed. So please stay tuned, and we will discuss about this in the next video. So until then, thank you very much for watching my video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll meet again in the next one. Thank you so much.